Most people assume that if you want a serious saw for demolition or pruning, you have to lug around a heavy, corded beast that ties you to an outlet. But this little blue unit from NANWEI is trying to change that narrative. It is surprisingly compact, and honestly, the first thing that hits you when you pick it up is how well-balanced it feels. It is not one of those top-heavy tools that makes your wrist ache after 5 minutes. The rubberized grip is actually decent, too, which helps when you are trying to get a clean cut on a stubborn PVC pipe or a thick tree branch. Now the motor inside is brushless, which is the real secret sauce here. It runs smoother and stays cooler than the older brushed models most of us grew up using. You can really feel that efficiency when you are pushing through harder materials. It hits up to 3,500 strokes per minute, and the variable speed trigger is responsive enough that you can start a cut slowly to keep the blade from jumping around before you ramp up the power. It is not whisper quiet. Let's be real, no saw is. But it definitely doesn't have that high-pitched, grinding whine that makes your teeth hurt. One of the smartest design choices is the tool-free blade change. You just twist the chuck, pop the blade in or out, and you are back to work. No hunting for an Allen wrench that you inevitably lost in the garage months ago. It comes with a decent spread of blades for both wood and metal, so you are pretty much ready to go right out of the box. The LED light is a nice touch, especially if you are working in a dark corner of a basement or under a sink where shadows usually make it impossible to see your cut line. However, it is not perfect. While the two 2Ah batteries are great for keeping the weight down, if you're planning on doing a massive day-long demolition project, you are going to be swapping those batteries out fairly often. A larger capacity battery would have been a nice option to have in the kit. Also, the storage box is functional, but it is a bit of a tight squeeze once you have the battery attached to the tool. Still, for the price and the sheer convenience of being able to grab this and head straight to the backyard without dragging an extension cord across the lawn, it is a solid piece of kit. It is not going to replace a heavy-duty industrial saw for a professional contractor, but for home DIYers and weekend projects, it hits that sweet spot between power and portability. If you need something reliable that just works when you pull the trigger, this is definitely one to keep on your radar.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.